my name is Sanket Taneja, and I have been practicing in Bombay High Court from October 2019, ma'am. I'm working as a article clerk with one of the solicitor firms in Mumbai. I'm in my last year of my articleship. Ma'am, actually, in one of my subjects for the solicitor's exam, I need to draft a few formats of a few agreements. So I thought that this course would definitely benefit me and it would reduce my burden so that I don't have to study the formats of various agreements in the future when I start studying for the exam. So hence I opted for this course, but I was originally planning to offer the mergers and acquisition course, but I went through the details and the aspects of this course, and I found it to be very useful and pretty basic what a client would come and ask me. Like not even me, but just a advocate, just a basic thing. Now I'm, I guess, in my third month of this course, and I've learned basic. If I can spell out a few course agreements name, leave and license agreement, memorandum of understanding, mortgage deed, venue hire agreement, manufacturing agreement, articles of association. Like articles of association is not a basic agreement, but it is a big thing. I don't think any other institution or any college in India teaches these kind of agreements, which I have learned in the span of 3. I am whenever like I get a new assignment, I firstly look at the problems which has been given to us. I treat those problems as the situation which a client would come and give it to me in reality. So I would first focus on those clauses in particular, and then I would go and draft all the basic clauses like definition clauses, indemnification clauses, waiver clauses, severability, governance of laws, and jurisdiction and termination also. So I can draft all of these clauses very easily right now. But the uniqueness of every problem is that you don't get the same problem and the same assignment again. You get it once and then you have to just draft it. Every week I get to learn something new. Ma'am, before opting for this course, I didn't have much knowledge regarding agreements. I didn't know how to draft, what particular clause would be required for a particular situation. How would I draft a termination clause in particular, in detail, so that there's no vagueness in my agreements, which would help reduce the litigation burden which is in our country right now. I can properly draft the basic agreements without any hesitation. I would just look at the problem, I'll read the problem a few times, then I would look at the clauses which I have been asked to draft, and then accordingly I'll just draft it in a manner of in a span of, I suppose, uh, 6 hours. I remember I drafted my first assignment in a span of 2 hours, but it was just it was not just up to the mark. But when my marks came, I was right. It was not up to the marks. But gradually, every week when I got new assignments, I could just see from the marking of the assignments how I have improved. There are sessions held, doubt clearing sessions held every week. There are two kinds of sessions held. One session is taken by Abhyuday sir. He covers all the doubts which all the students have, like not with respect to anything. Abhyuday sir will cover all your doubts with respect to any problem. And then Soumya ma'am takes our doubt clearing sessions, and Rajiv sir also takes it. So if we have any problem, any doubts particular to the previous assignments, then we particularly ask sir and ma'am that this is the doubt, we don't know how to draft it. And then they just tell us, "Ki, you just try drafting it. If it's not up to the mark, we will evaluate the assignment and then we'll accordingly put the necessary clauses which are required." So my doubts are pretty much solved by the three faculty members of LawSikho. It is it brings clarity when you attend these sessions. You know where you went wrong and what you need to improve on. I remember when I got 10 out of 10 in in manufacturing agreement and venue hire agreement also. I felt really good that I could deliver what I have been asked for. And then when I got another 10 out of 10 in partnership agreements and LLP agreements, I felt really good. I was like, if I can draft all these basic assignments, basic contracts with perfection, then I guess I can start drafting the big contracts, articles of association, memorandum of understanding. The more complicated contracts will be easy for me to draft. So right now I'm just focusing on my basics, the basic assignments which have been given to us, so that once my basics are clear, then only I can move ahead and focus on complicated contracts. Firstly, all law students, right? Even if you're in your first year, you need to. It would be a uh, edge. It would bring an edge over the other law students who haven't done this course and who aren't aware about such a course. They would be. They would feel so good that at such an early stage they are aware about such basic contracts. I would like to say, like, because the starting is with the basic contracts. By the time a year passes by, the diploma is done, they would have learned so much, and it would be easy for them while they're interning to go through their documents so that there would be no vagueness for them at all. Even even young lawyers like me have taken this course. In my batch, there are a few lawyers who have taken this course, not in just young lawyers, a few lawyers with a great amount of experience of litigation and practice. Even they are doing this course. If I would have known about this course a few years back, it would have definitely benefited me, and I would have been doing right now another diploma in, I suppose, in mergers and acquisition, if I would have been aware about this course a few years back. I would just like to thank LawSikho team uh, for providing such a great diploma course. Firstly, because you can't find this sort of a diploma course anywhere in India or in any colleges. You can't get, you won't get people who would take out time for you and teach you and tell you that this you need to draft this accordingly. You need this clause here, this clause there. There is no one out there who's gonna take out his time and is gonna tell you, okay, you do it like this. And I guess LawSikho does provide a platform. Obviously, they don't spoon feed you, but they just give you a format of every agreement so that you get an idea and accordingly you can draft it. And while I draft, I apart from the format which is given by LawSikho, I go on other websites and I just check a few other formats so that I get a. I would just like to say, if anyone gets an opportunity to do this course, please do it. Don't think about money. Don't think about any other aspects. Just go through their outline, which is provided online on the lawsikho.com, and just see what kind of material LawSikho provides. Because this kind of material you won't find in any other textbook. Not in any college textbook. Not everywhere. It is really helpful for me that I get to access such a great course. And apart from uh, the agreements, you also get to draft articles every month. So I get to know how to draft articles also. I remember when I drafted my first article, I got a plagiarism of 85%. Right now, when I drafted my second article, I made sure that I don't have any plagiarism of any kind of whatsoever. but I managed to get a plagiarism of only 2%. But I
Wow.
still feel bad about it that I have a plagiarism of 2%. So my article, drafting your article, it really helps you. Your research work, your researching skills, it increases. It will help those students who have opted for this course. It would help them in their internships how to research and where to go by.